What's up, YouTube? This is Kim with Relationsiips. We're back for another conversation. Today we're going to talk about what I call pocket chicks or pocket hoes, pocket friends. You know, the little Polly Pocket friends which take along with you for the ride, and sometimes they get a little lost along the way. Those people in our lives. I've had quite a few. The ones who are your friends as long as everything is good, or as long as you're going along with the ideas that they believe in, or as long as you guys are vibing. But as soon as you do something they don't like, or say something they don't like, or they get offended, now we're not friends anymore. But not only are we not friends, you want to pull things up out your pocket that you think you're going to use against me. One thing about my personality is I'm never going to expose something I don't want you to know. And there ain't much I don't want you to know, because I've never been embarrassed of my story. My story has always been very transparent. I believe that you don't really get anywhere in life by keeping everything to yourself. You got to talk. You have to come to your friends and let them know what you're going through in order for them to comfort you the way you need. Family also. You know, I can't be comforted because you think you know what's going on with me. No, I need you to know exactly what's going on so you can talk me into, healing. So the women who think you are actually throwing the cards out on the table, you're not. You're not. And the bad part about it is a lot of times those friends are the friends who get hurt by whatever you said or did, and they come back later on with that, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I get it. You're sorry. I forgive you. But me and you can't never be friends no more. Because the things you just threw up out your pocket has let me know that I need to watch out for you. And when I got to watch out for you, we can't be friends. One thing about my personality is once I get to the point where I can't trust you because you don't trust me, we're not going to work. We're not going to work as friends. We're not going to work as partners. We're not going to work in any capacity of life. I don't wish nothing bad upon you, but we can't be no more than, hey, what's up when I see you? No love lost, but I wish you the best. But me and you, we can't have phone conversations. We can't have, let's hang out. Nah, because I'm always be looking at you sideways. I'm going to give you the side eye. And if I got to give you the side eye, we can't be in each other's lives. But I don't know why it is that majority women believe that the more items you keep in your pocket about me, the more harm you can do to me later. The only reason you pocket things is because you want something for later. You want to be able to throw some cards out just in case. And I know every woman has their guards up, not only in a male, female, or, a sexual relationship. We have our guard ups at all times. We do not like to let our guard down for anyone. The only people I think that can possess us to let our guards down completely are probably our children. I think we're the most vulnerable with the children that we birth into this world, or children that we're raising. We're more vulnerable with them than anyone. We get to let them see the sensitive side of us, a side that most people will never experience genuinely from us. Your children get that. But do I just give that freely to anyone? Absolutely not. So these pocket chicks is the ones that come into your life and, we hanging out and you see my man is not doing 100% what he should be doing and you pocketing, but you in my ear talking about, girl, you need to leave him. You need to get away from him. He not good for you. Okay. You're the one who's talking about my dysfunctional family, and everybody has a dysfunctional family. Guilty as charged. There's always someone in the family that's crazy, someone in the family with addiction, and my family is humongous. Like, we take up parks. When we have a family reunion, we are the equivalent of a park. And you'd be like, oh, okay, well, that little pot over there, that's fun, and that's nice to see that little family over there. No, everyone hears us. We're all here. We're all present together. But I hate those kind of chicks. The kind of chicks who try to throw the things that they feel they can hurt you with the most. And actually they're hurting themselves, because they'll be back. One thing about life is you always come back, especially if I was a good friend. And I'm the type of person where I consider myself a good friend. And most women who end up in a relationship where they've severed ties with a friend, and the other friend that's throwing the shade is usually the one who was hurt because they lost a good friend. They didn't know how to handle the fact that that friend was no longer going to be around, so they made every reason in the book to bash them. Just because we don't deal don't mean you have to go over and try to damage me. I mean, if I was a weak woman, you could. You could have done some serious damage in my life. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who deal with that. Like, they are literally scared to death of what someone that was close to them could say. You know, but don't give people that much power in your life. Words mean nothing. Never be embarrassed of your story. Tell your story with pride, because at the end of the day, you're not the only one going through it. You're the only one talking about it. You're the only one willing to be authentic in yourself. And believe it or not, the more that you accept that I've been through some shit, yeah, I have, the stronger you become. The more you suppress it, the sicker you become. The more fearful you become about what people can find out. Put it out there yourself. Say what it is. Okay, yeah, I've been cheated on. I've been lied to. I've been dumped. You know, so who hasn't? And if you haven't, keep living. And what's next? What are you bringing next to the table that you feel you can hurt me with? Because everything you just threw out, you can't hurt me with that. You can't hurt me with the fact that you're even trying to hurt me. I mean, actually, you just learned something from me. In order for me to believe you kept all that information, like you really kept all of that information about me in your back pocket, you were learning something. I mean, most people who's learning something, that's they retain the information, like in school, you know, when they're teaching you something, you want to make sure you're paying attention. Oh, you were paying attention. You were getting schooled. And everything that you learned from me that you're pocketing, you're going to use in your life. Whether you say you learned it from me, or you got it from me, or you grown through me, you'll never admit that it was me that did it. But thank you. Thank you. That's what you should be saying. And you know what I'm going to say back? You're welcome. So ladies, stop being afraid of these pocket chicks who call themselves your friends. If they think they can expose you, expose on. Expose on. Never be embarrassed of your story. Never be embarrassed of where you came from. Never be embarrassed of what you went through. It is what it is. It's a new day, and everyone keeps growing. Never believe growth stops. You never stop growing. You never stop learning. But you never stop going through. And if you believe you stop going through, something's wrong with you. Again, you need a diagnosis for that. This is Kim with Relationsiips. Get those pocket chicks up out your life. If you feel like she ain't right, more than likely she not. Get her up out your life and move on to new and better things. All right, till next time. Bye.